Hey everyone! Yes. Hi everyone. It's Rita and our barking corgi brigade. Really, it's just two people now. Two dogs. Two people. Yep. Because our Benji doesn't bark. He's just a silent observer most of the time. So, but as you can probably hear, Lola makes up for that because she loves to bark, which is kind of fun. So, as long as she doesn't do it midway through. Anyway, how are you all today? It's Tuesday. Let's see. It is Tuesday, Cricut Chat, and we are doing some organization in my house this week, and I figured I'd bring it into the chat. And so today we're going to be working with the Cricut Joy app, and we are going to be making some labels, different kinds of labels, not just this kind, but this is the only one that I did yesterday because I was using the Joy app. It's so easy. Whoa, sorry. Okay. All right, enough. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, come here, you. Come here. Be quiet, please. Shh. She gets kind of anxious, and she does this anxious barking. Well, we're still getting used to her. I can't believe it's only been like a couple months now that we've had her. It's like 2 months. But, okay, so I'm going to just talk over her. So we're going to be using the Joy app. We're going to be using my iPad. We're going to be using the Joy. And we're going to be using this stuff. It's Smart Vinyl, comes in this roll. It doesn't need a mat. Now, we'll go over all the different stuff. We also might use some pens and this stuff, which is called Smart Label vinyl. Okay, it's writable vinyl. So, and the only other things that we're going to need is something to put these on, and a little bit of transfer tape, maybe a scraper, and a weeding tool. Okay? So, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of craft stuff. It's almost too much to really... Oh my goodness gracious. Hey. Hold on, I'm going to close the door. Okay, right there. No, I know. Well, the kids are out. Plus it's trash day. Okay, no. Sorry, she just gets wound up. So we're going to need something to put it on. And so here's the thing. I buy a ton of craft stuff, especially when it's on sale. And sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to do with this craft stuff, but I buy it anyway. Case in point, brads. Somebody was saying that they had a brad obsession. Yeah, I want to join that club because look at all these brads, and this isn't even all the brads that I have. But, you know, every time I'm in Michael's, this is a Michael's brand, it's unopened. Every time I'm in Michael's, I just grab them, especially if they're on sale. I just, I don't know. Then when AC Moore was going out of business, I went and bought brads from them because that was pretty much all that was left. I just have a lot of brads. I have a lot of bling too, like individual rhinestones that didn't come on a sheet or in a special package. They might have come in a big old package, so I have to do something there. Just little things, washi tape and different kinds of, fasteners like this. I mean, come on. And so, you know what they do? They end up bouncing around in my craft space and making a lot of mess. So I wanted to do something that can sort of clean that up. I know everybody's done spice labels and they've done labels for, for food and for their kids and everything. But I wanted to focus on labels for my craft room to try to get a handle on all of these crafts that I have. So that's what we're going to do today. I can't say that I'm going to get my entire craft room organized in one day. Obviously not. If you could see it, it's really not very organized, but it would be a good start. I have actually, we've talked about this before, but I have like a vault. That's what I call it, a craft vault. It's down in the basement. But then I found a ton of craft stuff upstairs when I was going to move upstairs. I was going to move my whole operation up there. And so there's stuff up there. And then I have, when my mom was staying, I moved my guinea pigs out of the bedroom. So I have actually 2 rooms. One is already stuffed to the gunnels. The den is stuffed to the gunnels with craft supplies. So many. I have so many stickers. Everything. Paper, stickers, doodads, and gadgets galore. So I got to organize this, because then if I can't find it, then I go out and buy it, and then I end up with 2. So that has happened to me a number of times. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do today. I want to say hello and welcome to any new people. Thank you for joining me. Make sure that you sign up if you're listening on YouTube, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and I guess hit the bell so you'll be notified. I do this program every day, Monday through Friday. It's called Cricut Chat with Miss Rita. And it is just that. We talk and we do Cricut things, and it's a very laid back. It's not a tutorial in the sense that like you might be used to on YouTube. Okay. It's a very chatty, and sometimes I get distracted and my dogs bark or somebody tries to call me or something like that. I apologize if that is not the style that you like, but it is reality in my world. It's reality in my world. I'll be really honest. When I first started doing this, I was taping my videos, and every time the dogs barked, I would have to start over because I thought it had to be perfect, no barking dogs. And then I realized, that's holding me back. I just need to be who I am and let my dogs be who they are. And, people who don't like it can either go find somebody else. I know that sounds harsh, but, kind of reality. Or they like it, or they kind of if they're not watching it live, they can sort of fast forward through it, and so that's sort of me. And I hope that it's you too. And I'm happy to welcome all new people. So please, please, please. Thank you. I know my dogs, I think they probably bother me more than they bother other people, but I love them. I love them. And so, sometimes they just don't behave like kids, I guess. Anyway, so the one thing I want to mention before we get started is that it is the last day of August, which means starting tomorrow, I will be, or actually Patreon will be processing the monthly patron amounts. So if you pledged $5 a month, you'll be charged that $5 on the first of the month. So this is an opportunity for you, if you want, to go ahead and sign up for that, and it will take it out. If you sign up during the month and you haven't yet been charged, it's because they don't do it until the first of the month. Okay. Now they're barking at something in the back of the house. Who knows? Anyway, so let's get started. And thank you to everyone who is my patron, either through Patreon or Facebook. And I really do appreciate it. I have no idea what they're barking at, which sometimes that will freak me out, especially at night, and I know I'm home alone, but I'm not home alone. Owen is usually sleeping, but I don't know. I think she just barks to bark. Anyway, yay! So let's get started. So today we're going to use my iPad, and we're going to use the Joy. We're going to be using the Smart Vinyl, and we're going to be using the Joy app. So this is the Joy app. Let's go back so you can see. When you have the Joy app, which is free, by the way, it is a separate app. Whoops. It's a separate app from the Cricut Design Space app. Oh yeah. And you can get it in the App Store, and I believe in the non-Apple App Store. I don't know what that one's called. Here, come here, baby, come here. Oh, yes, I know it. So if you, wherever you happen to get your apps, you would go to the App Store, and then you would search for Cricut. Just go Cricut. And you're going to see a bunch of different things that kind of look like Cricut, but there are only two that are officially Cricut. There's this one. This is Cricut Design Space. And then there's this one, which is what we're working on. It's called Cricut Joy Quick and Simple. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So you're going to download that and put it on whatever, your phone or your iPad or whatever. So we've done projects from here. Actually, only thing we've ever done is the insert cards from here, which I happen to really like doing insert cards from here because there are 1,200 of them, and you can sort of easily find what you're looking for through the search, but that's not what we're doing today. Today we're going to do this, which is called quick labels. Okay, and I think there are different. Yes, so there are different pictures here of what you can find under quick labels. And so we're going to just hit start. So it just kind of, it's going to simplify the process and walk you through each step. And that's really cool because most Joy owners are kind of like just hobbyists. I know people want to do more with their Joy, and I'm happy to show you that. But if you're new to your Joy, or you have just, you've never done anything on it, this is a good opportunity to try it out without getting overwhelmed by Design Space, okay? And so this is a good thing to get more people interested in it. So we're going to be doing, we'll do all different kinds of labels, but we're going to start from here. So it says start making. And here we have a bunch of different styles. So this one's called minimal cutout, which is basically what it sounds like. It cuts out from a label, which is really pretty. There's a decorative cutout. So here are some choices that you can choose. Say you wanted to create seals for your envelopes. You could do it from here with your very own initial, or you can just do these fancy ones for your file folders. Then here are the drawn images, and then these are the letter only cutouts, which I like, and I want to show you how these work. And then we'll come back and we'll do some of the others. Okay, so we'll start with this letter only cutout. I love this one, and you'll notice that there is an A for access on 3 out of 6 of these. Now I have access, but I don't know if I actually have access to this one. So maybe we can try that. I'm going to ask about it. So let's do this one. And then once we pick the one we like, we hit next. Now it's going to ask me how big I want, how tall I want this label. This is kind of important, but it hits it like a standard, which is about 3/4 of an inch. Today I'm going to make some labels for these cute little crayon boxes that Cricut sent me. And then I also have this pencil box, so I'm going to make a label for this. But let's start with these. This would be real good to put loose brads in, or perhaps loose bling or something like that, or maybe my rhinestones, because they come in a little like package, and maybe I could put that in there. So I think 3/4 of an inch high is going to be fine, but if I wanted, I could change it to, I don't know, an inch or whatever I wanted to do, just simply by typing in that. So there's 1 inch, 1.0 inch high. The width is going to depend on what you put in here. So that's why you're just doing height. And I'm not sure the maximum, but I would assume it's like, let's try 4 inches, 4.0. Done. Now it's not showing what it's going to look like, but it will show when we go to make it. So that's 4.0. Let's just switch it to, oops, can't do 11 because I accidentally touched 11. Okay, so this is obviously a sample. So now you're going to put in your labels here. You're going to add them here. So this is good for doing a whole bunch. Let's say you just organized your spice cabinet or your pantry and you want to do a whole bunch. This is perfect for that. We're doing a craft room. So let's just type in all kinds of things. Let's type in Brad's plus. I also have glitter in all of the little bottles. Oops, I typed glitter. There's glitter. And you see what I'm doing? I'm pressing this plus sign and it's going to make as many of these as I need. So I got Brad's, I got glitter. What else do I want to do? Pens, benzos, oops, alcohol, ink. Oh, I got a lot of ink pads. What about bling? I have bling. That would be like the loose rhinestone. You get the idea. You can make so many that you want to do. You just have to hit that plus sign so that it's part of the group. So now I have 3, 6, 7, 8 different 8 different labels that are going to be 1 inch in height, and they're going to look like this sample. So all I do now is I hit done. And it says enter and use more labels. If I wanted to add more labels, I could do it here. Then I hit next. Whoa, what happened? Oh, man. Right? Okay. Now, why did that do that? I'm going to start all over. Start making. Well, I don't know why. It just kind of blipped. So let's try this again. Bling. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Go back up here. Bling. Okay, and then glitter. And hit the plus sign. And Brad's. We'll just do 3 right now. We hit done. And next. There it is. So there are my 3 labels, and it's going to take 3 inches of my vinyl to cut out, and they're going to be 3/4 of an inch. Okay. If I want to change it, I do have that option to change right here, and I can come back and change it to my 1.0. Okay. I hit next. And you see that now it is 1 inch, okay? So when I hit next, now I have to choose the material, okay? I have to choose the material. And if you hit select, it's going to give you all of the recommended materials. This is not a place to try out fancy materials, okay? This is a place to try out some of the standard materials such as smart vinyl. There's even chalkboard vinyl. So if you got chalkboard vinyl for yesterday, there's our writable paper, and then also different kinds of paper, but it's not like an extensive list like you'd find in Design Space, okay? It's just a very simple list, and today we're actually going to be using the smart vinyl either in removable or permanent. So this is what they look like, and I just want to talk a little bit about it. So there's permanent vinyl, there's removable vinyl. Now, a lot of people sort of shudder at getting removable vinyl, but honestly, I like it because the thing I like about it is that it stays. It's not like it's going to fall off or anything, or dry up and crinkle off or anything. It's just when it comes off, it doesn't leave a residue. That's the removable aspect of it. Now, permanent vinyl, there's no guarantee that it won't leave a residue, and it will probably last longer, okay? But if I were making like a mug or something like that, then I would insist on the permanent vinyl. But I use this interchangeably. I've used the permanent and the removable on my cards and everything and signs, and it lasts fine. It's just a kind of a standard in the industry. If you've ever worked with like Orcal, they have different kinds and they number them. So this was the way that Cricut chose to represent their vinyl that way. Okay, so I'm just going to choose whatever. So let's choose this pink because it's pretty. Now I will point out that this basic color, which is a shiny, very pretty, and also here is the removable. I think the difference maybe with removable, it's more matte finish. But let's have a look. This is permanent, and yeah, it's shiny. So if you want shiny, maybe do that. Now, this is just a basic color. It comes in like 25 different colors, so you're sure to find your color available, which is pretty cool. It also comes in shimmer. It comes in like these holographic kind of things, which we can try on it. Those weed slightly differently. So here we go. We're just going to take and put this in. Oops, sorry. Let me just go back. I have to choose. I forgot something. So I have to choose Smart Vinyl Permanent, okay? So here is the preparation phase. It tells me I have my Smart Vinyl Permanent. I'm going to put this in without the mat. I don't need to mirror. Mirror is for iron-on, and it's telling me I need 5.5 inches in length. So if you come to the end of your roll and you don't have 5.5 inches, the machine will actually tell you that. I think it's a good idea. It kind of measures, because then you won't have anything like that just doesn't cut out. And so, there's that. And it's telling me what I require, Smart Vinyl Permanent. And now I'm going to hit this preview so I can have a look. You see that it's only going to be using a little bit. Now there is some waste at the top, but it's so that it can feed in, and it's definitely going to be less waste than you cutting this little tiny piece to cut for your Explore or your Maker. I find this Cricut Joy extremely compact, and so it's not very wasteful at all. I also find storing these a whole lot easier than storing rolls and rolls of vinyl. So I'm finding the color I like. It has the color on the top, not so with the vinyl that we all have. So we're all ready to go. The one thing I neglected to mention is I need to make sure that my Joy is set up for Bluetooth so that it will cut. So I need to go to settings, and I need to go to Bluetooth and make sure that my Joy is connected. See that? Joy connected. If it's not connected, you will get a reminder because it needs to be connected in order to cut. So here we go. We looked at the preview, and now we're going to hit Make It. See how it's connecting to the Joy. At this point, if it didn't connect to the Joy, then you would have to go back and do that thing I just did. Okay, so now it's telling me step by step how to load it. We know how, but I just thought I would point out that the steps are all written there very clearly for our Joy people, and it's just really nice. It's a easy peasy, open the box and get started kind of a thing. So here it tells me I want to make sure I insert my blade. Well, here, let's talk about this. This is the blade right here on the bottom here, and it's inside of a little housing which you can remove by pressing on it. I'm going to show you this. Look at how tiny it is. This little blade's going to do all this cutting for us. You do need to what's the word? You need to replace the blade every once in a while. It does take quite a while to do that. And so consider that if you start having problems such as not cutting all the way through, or maybe ripping your paper, or causing little jams, then it might be time to replace your blade. I buy the blades when they're on sale. I have tried the blades that are available on Amazon. I didn't feel like they were very long lasting. They cut fine, but they weren't very long lasting. So if you have a Joy or any machine, really, wait until the blades are on sale and buy them. They do not yet sell the Joy blades in like 5-packs, but they do sell the regular machines in 5-pack. You know, I don't want to call them regular machines. The Explorer and the Maker blades, and they are not interchangeable, okay? I think they run about $6 if you are buying them on sale. They're probably a little bit more than that, or double. Maybe it's like $10 to $12 for an individual blade, but it's well worth it when you consider how much it cuts. So it's just sort of, I look at this as like sewing. You have to buy needles, you have to buy thread, you have to buy, cloth or fabric. So it's the same sort of thing. It's part of the machine that you have to, keep up to date and replace on a regular basis. Okay, so here we go. So I have my blade in there, and we're going to hit go. And you will see I've got that little circle, and it's getting ready to cut. And you see it's just starting. It just starts, and it's telling me how long the cutting is going to take. And I don't find this circle to be extremely accurate. Says now it's 35% done. And sometimes you'll see on your screen it's 100% done, but it's still cutting. I think this is just to give you an idea, not so much like an exact, like you're trying to hit the Guinness World Record or something like that. It's just an idea of how it's going to go. So the one thing that I kind of don't like about this Joy app, but I'm going to ask for maybe they can redo it or add this, but after I'm done cutting out, it doesn't let me cut out those same words again. Like, say I wanted to cut out 2 different color labels, but the same words. I wouldn't be able to do that. I have to go back and put in all the words again. So that's that. Okay, so it's telling me complete, and now I just have to hit this down arrow to unload it. And here we go. Now, you can't really see too well on the screen, but I am going to take my scissors and cut it at this area here. What I like to do, because I am not so keen on cutting, is I snip it right here, and then I turn it around and I cut on the line. It's important to have a nice straight line with your remaining product. If you put in something that's sort of lopsided, it will have a problem. The machine will have a problem accepting it for the next time. So you're just doing yourself a favor for the next time by cutting that really along the line. And I do store these right back in here. So let's have a look down here. You can't really see it, but I've got 3. I've got brads, glitter, and I have bling here. So I'm going to weed this just like anything else. I'm going to take my weeding tool and into the corner, and I'm just going to start to remove the rest. Now, if you are very conscious of your product, you can snip this off and save it, which I didn't explain, but you could have saved this area here, but I didn't do that this time. Shame on me. Okay, so you see it pretty much weeds pretty easily, and then you got this stuff which you just throw away. Okay, and then we're going to take the weeding tool and go in and take out that negative space. This is called weeding. And we're going to take out all of these little pieces that didn't come off with the initial pull out of the extra. So there you go. I have brads, glitter, and bling. Now, because I am going to put these on different things, let's put one here, and I'll get the other one. We'll put the other one, where did I put it? Over here. I think I would like to cut these out separately, because working with a piece of transfer tape, I don't want to like accidentally pull up, you know, the glitter while I'm trying to get the brads off or anything like that. Okay. So, so it's all set. It's ready to transfer. Here's what you're going to do. You need a little bit of transfer tape. Now you can buy transfer tape for the Joy, and it comes in a cute little package like this. But I think it's better to buy transfer tape on a larger roll and just cut it down. And that's what I do. So in this case, I'm just going to cut, you know, maybe like a little more than an inch here. And there's my little bit of transfer tape, right? So all you need to do is, weed this, or not weed this, but peel away the top, which is the transfer tape. Now this piece of transfer tape is going to be usable for all of these and maybe even some others. It's pretty sticky. I use Cricut transfer tape. I know there are other things out there, including like a Dollar Tree one, but I don't know. I tend to use the Cricut products rather than going hunting for, you know, cheaper products. I just feel like they're made for it, so that's what I'm going to use it for. So here's my transfer tape. Let's go ahead and grab this bling one, and I'm just going to sort of hover it over, but not get the glitter one there. And there we go. It's a little long here, but that's okay. Now we need to burnish. Burnish. We should burnish on both sides, as I was reminded that I need to burnish on both sides, and it will make things easier. So I will do that. But I will tell you that sometimes this part, where after we burnish, is a little tricky, especially if you have a very long piece, which we don't have. But if you get a little frustrated, don't, because it's sort of standard. Okay, so we're going to flip it over, and we're going to start peeling away. And see here, it's not peeling. So we can try doing that. Burnish again. Just get all those little areas and see if that works. Yep, it worked. All right. I do this slowly because I don't want it to rip, and here we go. We might end up with this happening. Again, try the burnish. Or if you have to get in there and really like kind of push it down like this, then you can use your fingers like this. Sometimes it just needs a little help getting off the backing of that. So burnish extra, or try this, you know, where you might have to peel it off. I see here that this B is was a little bit misplaced. So now I have my transfer tape on my label. This is the sticky back, and this is how it's going to get transferred. I have to tell you, when I first started working with vinyl and transfer tape, I'm like, what? Like, I use this tape for what? That sort of thing. So that's the deal. I didn't understand it, so I always like to mention it. Okay, so here's my bling. I'm gonna maybe put it, I don't know, should I put it down here? That's kind of cute, or I can put it in the middle. I kind of like it here. I could also consider doing it on the side, but I can't. It's too big to put on the side. The bottom has ridges. It's really better to do a smooth surface. So let's see. I'm going to maybe put it here. Okay? And once again, burnish, 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 because now we're going to take off that transfer tape. And so you do have to take off the transfer tape in case you accidentally forget. You do take it off. It's not there as a protector. It's there to transfer. That's why it's called transfer tape. And then we peel it right off. And there is our label. Isn't it cool? Really nice. It's really on there and it's beautiful. And now I can be somewhat more, I don't know, organized. Let's do a label that requires some writing, and we'll use the Smart Writable, whatever it's called, Smart Writable Vinyl Permanent. Okay. So again, we're going to go to the Joy app. And let's go to the Joy app. We're going to go to Quick Labels, and we're going to hit Start Making, and we'll just scroll down to these drawn images. I like this. That's really pretty, but I think maybe I want to choose this one this time. Okay, I'm going to hit Next. It's asking me to set up the dimensions, which, so we just like we did before, I might say I want to do, so the minimum size is 2.31 is what I'm finding out. So let's go back and make it 2.31 so the machine will be okay with that. And the width is minimum 3.47. So we'll do an extra decimal point 3.48, and then we're done with that. So we hit done. Now we are going to enter our text. So let's see, maybe something that's in a bigger box. So let's do stickers. And just like the other thing that we did, maybe you want to do more than one. So let's do pencils. Okay. Then we hit done. Make sure that it's the right size. Make sure you have your labels spelled correctly. And then you hit next. And it's showing me this is how it's going to look when I cut this out. Okay. So here also is an opportunity to edit it if we want to. Okay. Let's go back. We're cancel. We're done. So I have a stickers and I have pencil. So we're ready. We're going to hit next. Here's where we're going to choose our materials, Smart Label, writable paper, or writable vinyl. So we're going to be using this writable vinyl because we want that nice adhesion. And so one of the things that it's just called Cricut Joy. Just when you go into the app, you type in Cricut, or just type in Cricut, and you'll be given the option of Joy and Design Space. Okay, so this is Smart Label Writable Vinyl. You could try writing on this. I would not recommend it because it does not say writable. And so we're going to then do this. I want to talk about this writableness, the writableness. One of the things that I found is that you can use all of your really fun pens like this, but you cannot use gel pens on this writing label. So this is a gel blue, glitter gel pen. It's really cute, but I cannot use it on that. I need to use something like this, which is a extra fine point pen, or this one is just a plain fine point pen. And you could probably also use this, which is a metallic marker. Okay, so because of this, I am limited. I cannot use the gel. I'm going to use this one, which is my fine point pen, 0.4. That's millimeter, and it's black. So I'm going to choose Smart Label Writable Vinyl. It tells me I'm going to put this in without the mat. I don't need to mirror it, and I'm going to use about 5.5 inches and of this, which is the width, and about 6 8.5 inches of the length, okay? So then I hit make it. It's going to connect to the joy, or make sure that the connection is there, and we're all set to go. So it's telling me to load the smart material just like we did before, which is I got to clean my joy. Look, it's dirty. We just are going to head it underneath these guidelines, you see, and it does pull it in and make sure that it has the correct amount. So again, if you needed 6 for this one, and you only had 5 left, you wouldn't be able to squeeze it on there. Okay, now it's telling me I need to insert the pen, because we always do the writing before we do the cutting. So I'm taking out, let me go over here, sorry, I'm like all over the place today. So we take out the blade and housing, and we're going to pop in that pen and just close the clamp. And once we've got that done, we're just going to hit go. And now it's going to draw the part of the labels that we want to draw. Now, one of the things that kind of bugs me, and this is just my little bugs me, but it should not affect your wear and tear or your labels or whatever, is that when not on the mat, the vinyl will kind of lift a little bit, you see, it's not on a mat. And I always think that's bad, but it's actually, the machine knows how to write on it when it's not flat. So that's just me being a little obsessive, okay? So if you have one or more on there, it's going to write all of them out first, and then we're going to switch out that pen for for the housing. Now, not too long ago, somebody told me that there's some sort of magnet here, and that you can put this there. Honestly, I don't know why you just don't leave it in your machine, and I just cannot figure out how you would put this on the magnet and still be able to use the pencil. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but sometimes I don't get it the first time around. So the magnet is there to keep the lid closed on your machine. Okay, it's done. Now it's telling me I need to remove the pen and insert the blade. Isn't this great? It's so step by step that even a child could do it, and they can. Imagine, having a little niece or somebody wanting to organize all her files or whatever. This would be perfect for them. So I removed the pen, I inserted the blade, I closed the clamp, and now I'm just going to hit go. And now it's going to cut out around my stickers. These are really stickers, honestly. When people ask me, can the Joy do stickers? I do say yes, because as long as it's stickers that you're going to use a pen or the blade for. If you're going to want to do print and cut stickers, then no, the Joy does not do print and cut, because it doesn't have a sensor here, okay? Now we're ready to unload. And we can unload. I will caution you that it's probably best that you not touch the stickers or the labels, or whatever you want to call it, right away, because the ink might still be drying, and I always smudge. So I'm being very careful this time not to smudge. And cutting along that straight line. I'm going to put this back, but even if I don't put it back, I just want to point out that it does say Smart Label Permanent on here. It doesn't say anything about writable, but it does say Smart Label, which is different than what you'd see on the back of this. It's Smart Vinyl, okay? So I'm just going to roll this up, so I can put it back in the box. Now, the cool thing about this kind of a label is it doesn't need transfer tape, right? So if it's helpful, you can take away that backing like this. Just like that. And you can just simply remove. I'm like, I don't want to smudge it. And I don't want to smudge it, but I think it's probably dry by now. Anyway, so you just remove it like you would any label. And I'll lift it off. And then let's get our pencil case and place it on the pencil case. Just like that, and press it down. This is a permanent label, and it does have a little bit, because I was so concerned that it was going to streak, right? So it has a couple of little bubbles in there. So if you have a little bit of that, you can lift it up a little bit and sort of do that. You can also try to push bubbles out. Or if you are consistently having that problem, you can use something called the hinge method, which is so that you put part of it down, making sure that it's pressed against, and you can do this. This obviously works for all vinyl, but there you go. And there's no bubbles in it. So those are the two kinds of stickers. I'm not going to decals, labels. I don't think I need to show you the other kind. I just kind of wanted to show you how this worked, how this label, basically it's a label maker. Remember when we all had label makers in the 90s, I think? But they all came out in these little teeny tiny strips. Well, this is definitely an advanced label maker. It comes out looking a lot prettier than those label makers that we all had. I probably still have mine. My son he commandeered it, but I'm sure it's around here somewhere. He likes to label different things. It was a very funny time of his development. Anyway, so that is all that I need to show you about label making. It's called Quick Labels. Pretty quick, pretty easy. If you were a beginner just starting out, or if you just need to make a whole ton of labels, then you can do that right here from the Joy app. Okay. And let's see, I think that's it. Now tomorrow we will be doing a little bit more organization. I'm trying to remember what, oh, I know. We're going to head on over to the maker, and we're going to make print and cut stickers for the back of our cards. Remember, I always tell you when you're making something, it's best if you could sort of sign it. And let's see, do I have a card here? No, I don't have a card here. But I'd like to put something on the back of a card, just something small. And so we're going to use print and cut, which can only be done with the Maker or the Explorer. And we're going to make little labels that we can make a bunch of and cut out and be all ready for, that's an organizational thing, because if I don't have it, I won't use it. So I want to show you how to do that. All right, everybody. Return address labels, also a good idea. So we'll do both, okay? That's going to be it for today. Thanks for coming. Don't forget, if you want to support me through Patreon, today's the day to do it, so that they will charge you for the beginning of the new month in September. Also, remember to follow me on YouTube, like, comment, share. All this stuff is a way to help me without having to expend any money. So if you can't give, and I totally get it, then share. Sharing is caring, as they say, but share, comment, like. It will actually boost me in the ratings or the recommendations on YouTube. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you again tomorrow, where we're going to do print and cut stickers. All right? Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye, Marcia. Bye. Get some crafting in.